Hello, my name is Arthur and this is my C programming final project. I designed and programmed a fully interactive NBA simulator 3 on 3 entirely out of C programming language. The purpose of this project is to demonstrate my understanding of C programming, data abstraction, and program flow. This is inspired by the classic arcade basketball game, NBA Jam, but it is simplified into a text-based format that runs directly into the C program terminal. It is a player-based turn game where there are two teams, and the first team to reach 21 points wins the game. At the start of the program, there are two custom data structures. The first is a player structure which stores the name of each player competing in the game, and each of the player has attributes, 3-point attributes, dunking, passing, stealing, blocking, and 2-point scoring percentages. These attributes are stored as floating values between 0 and 1, representing probability of success for different actions. For example, if Stephen Curry has a high 3-point percentage, while Shaquille O'Neal has a extremely high dunk rating but a very low 3-point rating. This allows different players to behave differently inside the game, demonstrates how structures can be used to group related pieces of data into single objects. The second major structure is team structure, which contains a team name, an array of 3-player objects, and an integer score. These two structures form the foundation of the entire program. Since this is a NBA simulator, the user gets to build, or you can play with two users, both teams manually. At the start of the program, the user is shown a list of 6 players: Michael Jordan, Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, Giannis, Victor, and like I said, these players have different attributes. The user selects 3 players to form one team, and the remaining 3 goes on the other team. I implemented a system that prevents the user from selecting a player who has already been taken, an array to track which players were picked, and this makes the program more interactive from the very beginning and lets the user explore different combinations. So, the core of the program is a main game loop, which continues until one team reaches 21 points. Each possession begins with a scoreboard display showing both teams' names and their current score. The program identifies which player has the ball, and it will ask the user to select one of 4 actions: to shoot a 2-point, to shoot a 3-point, dunk, or pass to a teammate. Each action uses a different combination of a player's attributes along with the opposing team's defensive attributes. Behind the scenes, the program uses a rand function scaled to produce a random flow between 0 and 1 to simulate success or failure. For example, if Curry shoots a 3-pointer, he uses his high 3-point value, but it is slightly reduced by the defending team's best blocker. The outcome of each action affects the flow of the game. If a shot is attempted, whether it goes in or misses, the possession switches automatically. If a pass is attempted, the result determines whether the offensive team keeps the ball or turns it over. Every completed shot adds either 2 or 3 points to the offensive team's score. The randomness mixed with the player attributes mean you will see a realistic results. Curry reliably hits threes, Shaq dominating the paint, Wembanyama blocking a lot of attempts, Jordan almost strong in every category. This blends statistics, probability, and it showcases practical use of conditionals, arithmetic, and random events inside a structured program. This is the basketball program that I made. So, as I said, you had to pick 3 players for team 1. So I will pick 3 players. And then now I pick for team 2. If I try to pick a player that was already taken, it will not allow me right here. So let's just pick the team. There we go. And it's going to ask me who do I want to start off with the ball. Each team. Okay. And then, like I said, the 4 actions: a 2-point shot, 3-point shot, dunk, or you can pass to a teammate. I'm going to pick a 3-point shot. And then it will show you the scoreboard, and then the chance, and the roll. And this is based off statistics and the gamble. And it will tell you, all that. And then you just keep playing until 21. Overall, this project allowed me to apply many fundamentals of C programming in a meaningful and creative way. I use structures to organize complex data, arrays to store lists of players, loops to manage game flow, conditionals to process decisions, random number generations for realistic outcomes, and a user interaction to make the program more engaging. This result is a complete, playable basketball simulator that demonstrates both programming skill and understanding of algorithm decision making. This concludes my presentation, and thank you for watching.